Yes, I finished Sunrise on the Reaping. Actually, finished isn't quite the right word. Maybe devoured would be more accurate. This is my spoiler-free review, so if you haven't finished it or haven't started it, don't worry. But specifically, I will be reviewing this as somebody who loves The Hunger Games, but did not like The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. First and foremost, did I like it? I'm happy to report that the answer is yes. Yes, I liked it. I do have a couple of criticisms, though. I'm not sure this book stands on its own very well, which is fine because it is an installment in a series. But if you have the opinion that a prequel should be able to stand on its own two legs, this might be a letdown for you because it draws a lot from the previous works in this series. Another criticism that I have might be a plus for a lot of people, and that is the character cameos. I think the amount of character cameos in this got to be a bit ridiculous, to be quite honest. Was it fun? Yes. But from an objective standpoint, it really did feel like corny fan service. Now I want to talk about some of the things that I loved about this book. Number one, Haymitch as a narrator. We're finally back in first person narration for this, whereas Ballad was told in third person. And the reading experience is vastly different. We feel so connected to Haymitch. The way that he processes and thinks about things is done in a very accessible way that makes this book fun to read. Even though it's The Hunger Games, it's tragic. Haymitch is funny. He's extremely charismatic and very likable. I also love that this book has a very strong thesis and theme. Unlike, in my opinion, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, from page 1, before the book even begins, we get 4 quotes, and these are already setting the scene for a deeper look into propaganda, specifically the Hunger Games as a tool for propaganda. That's what this book is about. And it's especially interesting as a prequel, being a story that we already know from the original trilogy. I actually went back after finishing this and read the scene from Catching Fire where Katniss and Peeta watch Haymitch's games just to compare what they saw and what really happened. The Barnes & Noble exclusive edition has a Q&A with Suzanne Collins at the end, and something that she said was, when she originally wrote that scene in Catching Fire, she always knew that that version that they saw was not what actually happened. So I think that also adds to this being a believable addition to the Hunger Games universe. They also believe that this is probably going to be the most divisive book in the entire Hunger Games series. For the most part, people like the Hunger Games, people love Catching Fire, and just feel kind of meh about Mockingjay. People like The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and then there are also people like me who hate it. But I think most people are going to either love this or hate this. Those are just a few of my initial spoiler-free thoughts on Sunrise on the Reaping. I could talk about this book for hours, and I will actually on the Rereading the Revolution podcast. That full deep dive episode will be out April 11th, chock full of spoilers, so we're giving everyone a little bit of time to read the book. So look forward to that, and also let me know if you've read Sunrise yet, if you haven't started it, if you're reading it now, if you agree with my thoughts, if you disagree with my thoughts, comment down below.